Thank you. President Biden just met with the Israeli president. I have a question on the killing of Al Jazeera journalist Shireen Abu Akleh. The U.S. Security Coordinator's report was not an investigation. It was based on the Israeli investigation, the PA's investigation. There was a ballistics analysis done that was inconclusive. None of the key eyewitnesses have even been interviewed. Why has the U.S. not conducted an independent investigation to the killing of an American citizen?
Awkward.
We've said from the very beginning that we wanted her death fully, completely, transparently investigated, and you saw that the Israeli government came out and acknowledged that she was killed from a shot fired from an Israeli Defense Force position, and that in their investigation it wasn't a specific targeting of a journalist. We also, have been in touch with the Palestinians about this as well. But we said from the very beginning that we wanted it fully, transparently investigated. We recognize that the Israelis did conduct a thorough investigation, and they made it public.
Characterize it as a thorough investigation when no key eyewitnesses have been interviewed, and there's clear video evidence that contradicts the central claim in the killing of a U.S. citizen.
Not a joke.
Well, again, we continue to mourn with the family, and this obviously should not have happened. But I'm not going to speak any more about the investigation that's been completed.
Last question.
Thanks, Kareem. Thanks, Sean. So on the review, the Saudi relationship review, it partly is because we were told that it helps Russia. The production cut helps Russia. Why is the same result, or why is the same review not happening with China, which has helped buy more Russian oil, 50% more, and helping prop up the Russian economy?
No, it's not.
We have been very public about our concerns over people purchasing Russian oil, and we've called the Chinese out for this as a major consumer of Russian oil because it does help keep the price higher than what we want. What we've done to counteract that, I mean, you're talking about a specific tactical decision by OPEC Plus to make a cut, which we had analysis that showed that wasn't the best thing to do for the market at that time. And that we did believe benefited Russia. We have been no less transparent or candid about talking about our concerns over Chinese purchases of Russian oil on the market, which also helps keep that price up. Which is why we are working with our European partners to try to get a price cap in place for the Russian oil on the market, so that Mr. Putin can't profiteer off it anymore.
A review of the relationship between U.S. and China?
I don't have an announcement of a review of the relationship. These are literally apples to oranges you're asking us to compare here. Take a look at the National Security Strategy, which we just released a couple of weeks ago. It makes it pretty clear how we feel about the bilateral relationship with China. It's a strategic competition, a competition that the president believes the United States can win.
You sure about that?
And there also present specific threats and challenges in the Indo-Pacific region that we have to make sure that we're ready for. And we're not bashful about talking about this very complex relationship with China. There are things that we believe we can and should cooperate with them on. Climate change is a good one, and they're the ones that pulled back the bilateral discussions that we were having at a working level on climate. They're the ones that pulled back on some of the military bilateral working level conferences and forums that we had. So there's tension in this relationship. We believe we can manage that tension. We believe we can succeed in this strategic competition. And again, I would point you to the National Security Strategy, which I think lays it out perfectly clear how we look at this bilateral relationship, and with or without a review, how we're going to manage that relationship going forward.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Now I feel better.